I'm back again. Mushrooms. I'm going to show you how to dry mushrooms. Let's sprinkle some of these out of the jar. I have something to work with. Fresh, dried, powdered. They're good anyway. I'm going to show you how I dry them though. I take the fresh mushrooms that I buy at my local store, and I love to use maitakes. There's shiitakes, maitakes, there's button mushrooms. There's a plethora of mushrooms in the market, and some are better than others. Just be very careful on where you're sourcing your mushrooms. Get them from a reputable store. I go ahead and buy, these are the maitakes. I buy them by the flat, about 5 pounds in a flat. I get them when they're on sale, so I get the mushrooms at a really super good price. And I put them in my air dryer and let them dry outside for about 10 days, 12 days, something like that. And then we go ahead, once they're dry, I put them in this jar and then store them. And they'll last for, I don't know, 2-3 years, something like that. They never last that long around this house because we're eating them really quickly. But they're super good for you. And this is just a way to extract the water, the moisture out of the mushroom and store them, so you're not always out buying fresh mushrooms all the time. So this is a way, by drying them, this is a way to preserve them, and so I can use them later on, a week down the road, 2 weeks down the road, a month down the road, what have you. It tastes like not a lot, but once you reconstitute them in water, or I like them to reconstitute them in just some stock. And let's do that. We'll go ahead and take these dried mushrooms, put them in the dish here. There we go. And then we'll just take some organic chicken stock. And just pour it right over the top. Set that aside. So it takes, it just really depends. It takes about a couple hours, maybe an hour to reconstitute really well. Sometimes less amount of time, but just make sure that they're submersed. You can use water, you can use lemon juice, you can use stock, a lot of different things to reconstitute them. And we'll just set those aside and let them do their thing. And then once they're ready, I'll take them out and whatever. We're going to make a pasta sauce. I'm going to make a cream of mushroom soup. There's lots of things that you can do with mushrooms, but this, just preserving them this way and storing them like this is a great way to have me. I just keep them in a dark cupboard and they last forever, 3 years or so. But anyway. So I take the fresh mushrooms and I just hang them in a dryer that I actually hang off one of our walnut trees, and the mushrooms stay in these baskets that are all wrapped in screen, and the mushrooms sit out there and they just dry. They lose their moisture, and around 10 days to 12 days, I have wonderful dried mushrooms, and they last forever that way. Not forever, but 3 years or so. It's a good alternative to going into the store and buying fresh mushrooms. If you live in an apartment in New York City or Venice, let's say, you don't have a lot of space. So going outside and putting them into an air dryer is really not an option for you. Just simply spread them out, spread the fresh mushrooms out in a small sheet pan and put them in the oven. Set the oven at 150, 175, set it on low, and just leave them in there until they're dry. It's going to take, well, depending on your oven, depending on the temperature, depending on how much moisture actually there is in the mushrooms, it could take anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 hours to dry. But just make sure you keep the temperature really low, because you don't want to cook them fast at all. And then they'll be just like that. And you'll reconstitute them in warm water, warm stock, and do your thing with them. Have your way with them, as it were. But mushrooms are a good thing, and this is a great way. When you find them on sale at a good price, go for it. Buy 5 pounds and put them away. and then you have them for the rest of the next couple of years, and you can enjoy them anytime you want. I'll catch you next time on the Organic Rose.